Well, we've been talking about it all week here on Weather Nation, and tomorrow is the big day for NASA, preparing to launch into the next stage of manned space flight. A test of the Orion spacecraft will take place this Thursday, tomorrow morning, and Weather Nation's John Van Pelt takes a closer look at NASA's space exploration, both past and present.
As we prepare for the first launch of the brand new Orion spacecraft this week, lots of people are wondering why NASA retired the shuttle program and why Orion is so important. Well, the space shuttle was an amazing spacecraft that served our needs for 30 years. From 1981 to 2011, the space shuttle fleet flew 135 missions as they carried satellites to orbit, transported parts, cargo, and crew to build the International Space Station and help the world learn about living and working in space. However, the space shuttle was not designed to travel beyond low Earth orbit. For example, it couldn't stay in space for much more than 2 weeks at a time. Also, when a spacecraft returns from a deep space mission, it comes back at extremely high speeds, and the space shuttle was not built to resist the high temperatures of such a high-speed return. So, our next step in space is the brand new Orion spacecraft, with the first test flight scheduled for this week. Now, before a spacecraft can fly, NASA has to test it to make sure that it will do the job well and work safely. Parts of Orion have already been tested. For example, NASA has already conducted water landing tests of the crew module. And next, the flight test we're waiting for will be called the Exploration Flight Test, or EFT-1. This flight will launch from Florida without a crew and will fly 2 orbits around Earth. These test orbits will reach an altitude higher than any spacecraft for humans has flown since 1973. Then, after the EFT, the test vehicle will make a high-energy re-entry through Earth's atmosphere and land in the Pacific off the coast of California. So the countdown continues in Cape Canaveral as the world looks forward to the first launch of the spacecraft built to take humans farther than we have ever gone before. For Weather Nation, I'm John Van Pelt.
And again, that was Weather Nation's John Van Pelt. He's going to be on location in Cape Canaveral tomorrow morning for the Orion launch. We'll be covering it here on Weather Nation beginning at 4 a.m. Eastern Time. We hope you'll join us. Now, in terms of weather, it looks like we'll have some calm skies, typically confined to the morning hours. You get those calm winds, the lack of instability, and you typically can keep things pretty calm given the parameters in place for tomorrow. As we move into the afternoon hours, we've got a cold front just towards our north that will be settling into the southeast. This is probably going to just increase cloud cover around the area. There's a slight chance of a stray shower, but I really think if we see that around Cape Canaveral, it'll be tomorrow afternoon after the launch. So this is taking you through time here, and you can even see we're not looking at a lot of rain on the radar, and really those winds look to be overall fairly calm.